It smells like if Satan himself made moonshine. Hi, welcome to a very exciting chili chun. It's a fiery food Friday, so we're gonna get into something maybe a little hotter than usual. This is from Jay's Small Batch. This is a tincture from their series called One Drop, but this is CRB, which is, I mean, it says it's not meant to change the flavor of food, but it's got some pretty cool sounding stuff in it. And a pretty great label to boot. Look at that. Just great branding. It's a real pretty black. Mentions here that it'll add natural heat to your food without changing the flavor. Caution, these are very spicy at 1 drop at a time. Spice level 4, so not even max. So hopefully this won't be too deadly. But it's got turbinado sugar, dried reapers, water, aged balsamic vinegar, grain alcohol, and basil. But yeah, here it is, California hot sauce from Jay's, and you can see their social media info just there. Lovely. Yeah, so I've only actually ever done one tincture, and that was from the man Roy Graham. That was his Burning Wolf, which was also Reapers, I think. And he didn't really know what I was getting into, so I did like a half a dropper full, or I don't know if it was that much, but it was a lot, and my head came off. So in the interest of being able to describe it to you, I'm going to try to maybe... as the wise man Nacho Libre would say, take it easy. Perfect. Whoa. That's an interesting, it smells like if Satan himself made moonshine. But it's got like a nice, like sophisticated aroma to it, which I think is the balsamic. It's got like a character to the funk. And it kind of hides the alcohol a little bit. Yeah, and it actually doesn't smell very spicy either. Like, it really just smells mostly of balsamic. And I don't know if I can get the basil or not, it's hard to say. But I do get balsamic, and that's kind of it. It's got like an alcoholic aroma to it, but it's not like super bitey. Cheers, you two. Oh, it has a nice taste, and it's sweet. That's really delicious. And it does have a flavor, but it's very mild. It almost tastes a bit like sweet and sour sauce from a Chinese restaurant, a little bit. But it's got more sophistication going on than that. It has like, I don't know, it's kind of tough to pin down. I guess it's mostly balsamic, but it has a really nice like sweetness to it. I really like that. Oh, it's building up quite a bit. Thing with Reapers is they don't really hit you right away. Like, it takes, Bill Parcells would have called the Carolina Reaper a downhill runner. You got to get him going a little bit. And then once you get him going, you're like, oh, you know. But that's what this is doing now, is getting very hot. And it's mostly the roof of my mouth and like right up behind my front teeth. It's like a pretty intense, like stinging, deep burning sensation. And it's kind of spreading across my palate backwards. And I'm getting kind of concerned because it's probably going to hit my throat at some point, and that's not going to be very much fun. Because this is, I mean, I literally had 1 drop. I mean, it seemed appropriate. That's what it's called. And 1 drop of this is, I mean, this is probably a good, maybe a low 7. Like, and to, as a refresher, my heat scale, the way that I like to describe the heat, 1 to 10 is like human. 10 is like max possible survivable by like a human. And then in the chili head stratosphere begins at 11 and goes up. And those are like life-altering, burn down to the ground type experiences. And it's really kind of splitting hairs past 10. But something like the Death Nut Challenge is like right there on a 10, you know, or the One Chip Challenge is pretty close to a 10. And then fresh pods like the 7-pot Primo or something, they're off into the stratosphere of the low teens probably. And so in that universe, this is like, it's peaked. It's pretty close to peaking, I think. It's like a good 7. Like I'm getting the vapors, like I get little burny sensations in my nose and my eyes. And the upper roof of my mouth, the roof of my mouth is like wrecked. Like, it's pretty bad. Thankfully, it hasn't made it in my throat. Like, it's just kind of stayed put. And it's got a little bit of a tingling numminess to it. But I still have a nice like balsamic aroma a little bit. And I think that like you could actually, I think you could get away with using this to make a dessert hot because it's sweet and the flavors that go with sweet. And I think you could really, it's so, you're using such a small amount, you could really fold this into a whipped cream or something and get away with it. Flavor wise, it wouldn't be bad. And then you could create like some pretty devastating desserts with this stuff. And for savory food too, I mean, you're going to use so little. I don't know that the sweetness matters that much, but it actually is really nice to have a tasting of, like, just as a little warmer. If it's cold out and you want a little pick me up, you have a little drop of this, and it's very tasty. I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to be able to detect like the flavors, but they're there. Like, that's a good use of money. I'm going to actually probably find some ways to work this into some food. It's really good. Damn. Well done, Jay Small Batch. This is really, really good. And the nice thing about Tincture is they last you a while because you can only use them in so many type situations and you can't use a ton of it. So it's a nice like long-term investment, like in a liquor cabinet type of way. Yeah, so I'll put a link to Jay's Small Batch in the description so you can find out more if you're interested in such a thing. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe if you haven't already. We do spicy reviews of various types, including hot sauces, tinctures, other spicy products, novelties, etc. Click the bell. You'll be notified every time there's a new adventure that we bring back for you on our quest for chili enlightenment. And click like if you enjoyed this tincture tasting. Yeah, I hope you have a good fiery Friday. I hope your night is good to you. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, per usual, for more spicy type experiences. Thanks for watching Chili Chunn.